Okay.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here today. Really appreciate it. This is Lisa Nichols. I'm a transformation coach for women in business. I'm a certified EFT tapping practitioner, and I am so thrilled. I have a monthly webinar masterclass series every second Tuesday of the month when I just talk about things that are especially for women in business and how you can kind of work through any thoughts, beliefs, emotions, emotional triggers, thought patterns that can sabotage your efforts to build your business. And so I'm so happy to have my special guest here today, Erika Gimbel, and she's going to be giving us an exercise that we can use to spark our creativity and give ourselves permission to create our dreams, to make our dreams become a reality. And so, Erika, will you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi. Great to be with you, Lisa. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm happy to come partake in this community. And if you're tuning in on the live or the recording, I just hope that this time today inspires you to take your steps for your artistic self and the artistry of your business self also, because it's all art to me. And
Yeah.
yeah, it really is. It's all art to me. And how can we make our lives more activated and alive and creative? That's a big come from for how I like to do my thing.
Do
Do
your
you want
thing.
do you want me to say a little more about my background?
Yeah, like I know you and I live in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area, and then I know you have some degrees and everything. So yeah, what's your background?
Okay, cool. I do. Yes, we got some letters after our names, but I grew up with my mom is an artist, and she had a gallery, an art gallery. When I was growing up, I got to go to the gallery after school. And so some people would go home after school. I'd go to the gallery for like a whole bunch of my growing up years. Another thing about my growing up, I lived in the New York area. We were, about 40 minutes from Manhattan, and we would go into the city and go to a museum, and then we'd go roller skating afterwards if we were good, which usually happened. And we got to go roller skating Central Park, which was right there by most of the museums. So it was like this growing up in a culture of creativity and artistry. We got to get to know the artists that were coming through the gallery, and a couple of them were interactive art shows. So it was really fun to be growing up in the New York area where art is abounding and alive. And then also, yeah, it is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And so I grew up in that experience, but I myself am not a artist, a visual artist. I struggled with that. I call myself an abstract artist because then I don't have to make anything look like something. I'm much more an expressive person. I got into theater arts,
Oh,
theater, dance, music. So my background is much more in the performing arts. I did some stand-up comedy when I was in New York. And so I bring that to the work I do as a therapist and as a coach, is the bringing your expressive self to the party. And this tool that I guess we're going to be talking about today is playing with the artist's way. So, I mean, I could give more about my background, but I'm a healer. I'm a health professional for I don't know, about 20 something years. And that's really the artistry for me, has been about being the health professional healing artist that I am. And so that really is what I love to share. But then also I love to help the people I work with activate their artist selves, their creative side, whether it's for business or for your whatever you're birthing into the world as a expressive art.
and why do you see that as especially important for business owners or entrepreneurs?
Well, my goodness, it is so it's so easy to get stuck in a rut. It's so easy to get kind of like the rhythm of our lives becomes lots of have tos as opposed to get tos. And so, how can we have more fun with all the things that are our little steps? There's the big goals and big rocks, and then what are our little steps and how can we have it fun? How can we make it doable is the question I like to share with many of my clients, and then supporting those little steps.
Mhm. Well, and also just being able to find the solutions you need. When your creativity is activated, you're much more likely to be pondering a problem that you have in your business. You'll be able to say, "Oh, I could do it this way." And instead of being stuck or looking outside of yourself or just doing it same old way, same old way, same old way. Yeah, or powering through something too. Sometimes we just power through something and get it done when really if we were thinking creatively, we could have done it faster, easier, with more ease, with more joy, with more fun. Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned the artist way. So maybe explain that really quick, what the artist way is.
Yeah, so The Artist's Way is a beloved book that many people have, collecting dust on their shelves, right? This book is by Julia Cameron, and it's I think it's been out for 25 years. I think they had their 25-year anniversary edition a couple of years ago. And so in New York, like a couple of years after September 11th, I had a chance to take a class with the author that was using that third book. It was a little series, and the third book was called Walking in This World, also by Julia Cameron. And so there were 75 of us crammed into this room in Soho, New York, and we went through that book, and it was called Walking in This World, and it was like the Artist's Way advanced, right? And then coming out to the Bay Area for grad school for psychotherapy, I had the beautiful opportunity to go through the Artist's Way book. It was my second or third time going through the book with a small pod of comrades that we found like kind of in my first or second semester in grad school. And we just had the best time. And it was just maybe 10 of us going through the Artist's Way. We were a little clutch, we were a little pod of people, and we got so much out of it. And then a few years later in 2012, one of the people that was in that class and then a colleague, we offered our version of the Artist's Way. We called it Crouching Tiger, Hidden Artist. And we did a 12-week class with the Artist's Way, and we held it at the center in San Francisco, which is a beloved community space. And we had such a great time. I got to incorporate a lot of the tools I have from other kinds of transformational trainings that I've been a part of. And some of you might have heard of Life Spring trainings and, just like, the possibility of what happens when a committed group of people come together and want to activate their artist selves, whatever that means for them. So that was a lot of fun. And then cut to, the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, I offered this, iteration, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Artist. I offered it again in 2021, I believe it was. Yes. And I had a lovely pod of people on Zoom going through the book with me. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had some guest artists come on, musicians and speakers talking about their work as an artist. So, I'm always a different person every time I've gone through this process and going through it with the support of this book or the other book, Walking in This World. And some of those ABCs that go on in this book, everybody can play with, and it's the idea of how do we reset ourselves and wake up to what is our little steps, what activates our creator. I love to say that phrase, ignite your creator. And some people go, oh, what does that mean? Is that biblical, or is it? No, it's, what does that mean to you when you wake up and you get excited about what you are possibly going to throw on a canvas today? Or how are you going to show up in the world today that's exciting, vibrant, expressive and unleashing yourself in a beautiful way, or in a way that makes a difference.
Does it matter if you're in a down mood or a low energy mood or in a good mood, or does it matter, or does it work regardless?
I mean, that's such a good question. You know, the woman, Julia Cameron, she wrote this book, you know, recovering from alcoholism and recovering from a marriage that didn't work. She was married to a famous filmmaker who you probably all know. And so she wrote The Artist's Way herself in a process of moving through something that wasn't easy. So, you know, where we are today, we're moving through this completion of whatever the heck these past 2-3 years have been. We've all been going through transformations. We've all been going through our own kind of traumas. So it's very inclusive of wherever you are, there you are. Begin, you know? Have you heard the thing?
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, is like those little phrases and mantras, if you will, or those little slogans that can really help to take your step. So all throughout that book and the other books that this series is a part, there's these little phrases on the sides of the book that, like, wherever you are, begin it, like, go for it. It's all those great quotes. So you know, and some things work for you and some things don't work for you. So it's like take rest kind of thinking.
Yeah. So what exercise did you want to share with us today?
Okay, great. I'm excited. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen, you know, or whatever you like to write with, some people like to go on their computer. I would love to share this exercise that I believe I learned from Julia Cameron. And, you know, I give you all the credit, Julia Cameron, if you happen to be tuning into this, like, all the love, all the credit, and thank you for creating and stepping up in the way you have, because I feel like I have been able to serve and support so many people. So so this exercise is kind of easy and kind of fun, okay? So it's the cheer you up exercise. So so and the people that are playing along with us live today, it's okay for them to come off of mute and share if they want to. And you can also keep yourself on mute if you don't want to, whatever works for you. And just know that this is going live. So you're going to be this recording. So, so if you can just jot down on your paper this phrase, 10 things that would cheer you up. And 10 things that would cheer you up. Well, just get a brainstorm. And if you have more than 10 things, that's okay. So 10 things that would cheer you up. And just take a few moments right now to actually make your list, like really do it. I'm going to do it. So please join me. And we should have some like background music going. Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
You know what? I could sing for us all. So I did not queue up my music for this, but actually I could get some music if you want. But 10 things that would cheer you up. Just see what that sparks. Like for me, it's, you know, keep going. Put things down, even if you're like, I don't even know what that means. And just let it flow. Keep your pen moving. That's something we talk about in these kind of programs. Let your pen keep moving across the page. Even like, let your pen go, I don't know what to write here. So just go for it. Okay. And you probably need more time than I'm giving you, but 10 things that would cheer you up. Where are you guys at? Where are you gals at?
I'm at 5.
You got 5? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm at 4. So I'm doing too much talking.
Can it be really anything, like anything from world peace to petting my cat? Like,
yeah,
really
anything. 10 things that would cheer you up. This is like a spring cleaning exercise. So here we are in May, and it's like this is a fun spring cleaning exercise. Okay, so I got a few more. So now you can put a line under that, and you could leave a little space for any other ideas that come up. And if you want to put in the chat, I see Ania put something in the chat. Listening to music cheers me up every time. Yes, me too. I put on jazz like first thing when I wake up. I put on my little jazz on Spotify, and it's just that like slowly getting into my day with a little in the background jazz. So yeah, and if you want to share, come off of mute, and you can also write it in the chat. So now we're going to get a little more specific. 10 things that would cheer you up in your kitchen.
In my kitchen?
In your kitchen, 10 things that would cheer you up. So kitchen, like one thing might be clean it. and then, declutter, or expired food gets to go out. It's like, why are we doing this? How is this creativity? Well, so I hear your brains thinking that. So just notice that this could be that help for getting into your next steps as a creator. Spring cleaning is so powerful. For me, in my kitchen, I grow food. I help people grow food, and I grow food. So like my next seeds to seedlings needs to happen. So that's in my kitchen. So 10 things that would cheer you up in your kitchen. And I hope if you're driving and you're typing and texting, you're doing it safely. Okay, so you get the idea. And you can also put down a little note to yourself, 10 things that would cheer you up in each and every room of your home. And if you have a tiny home and it's all in one room, just keep on going in your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, your bathroom. And Julia would always say, clean it in the bathroom, So I'm just giving you that homework exercise because I want to get to some of the other stuff. So your bathroom, your living room, your bedroom, 10 things that would cheer you up.
Okay.
And now let's do 10 things that would cheer you up from your feet to your ankles. Your feet to your ankles. So are your shoes working for you? Spring cleaning. Like, how many shoes do you have but you don't wear, but so just playing with that. Your feet. When was the last time you got a foot massage or foot bath? Okay. Foot care. Singing in my bathroom is helpful sometimes. Yes. Yes. Singing. Okay. So 10 things that would cheer you up from your ankles to your hips, for your legs. 10 things for your ankles to your legs. Just see how the juices are flowing. Like let your pen just move along, ankle to legs. For me, more yoga, more swimming, walking, and I do need to upgrade my closet. Upgrade and get rid of stuff that are too big on me. Like these pants I'm wearing, you cannot see my pants, but they're too big on me. It's like, it's time. It's time. So closet upgrade. All the personal stylists out there are going to be jumping up and down because I think a lot of us post coming out of whatever the heck this has been. It's like closet clear out. Okay. So we did from the ankles to your hips. And now what about from your hips to your shoulders, hips to shoulders? What would be 10 things that would cheer you up? So, okay, sometimes it's a clothing clear out. I hear that the latest version of Queer Eye for the Straight Person, if there's an updated version, my friend loves that show. So if you haven't gotten to see the latest version, they're so hipster, those guys. So clothing clear out, other ideas for your hips to your shoulders, you know, jackets. What are the jackets that you really need, want? If you haven't seen the movie The Minimalists, the newest one, it's awesome for doing clear outs, by the way, because they do it. They do it in that movie, and they're doing it 10 years later. Are you having fun, Lisa, with this? What?
Well, I was going to say that my favorite is abdominal massage. Oh my gosh, I love it. It helps me so much.
Ooh, and if you hear something that somebody else says, you're welcome to steal it for your own list, okay? These are your lists, but steal what you like. And it's all every open season. So I'm going to put that down, abdominal massage. And guess what? That is actually the Eastern form of abdominal massage is called Chine Sung. Chine Sung. So if you know of a Chine Sung practitioner, my friend moved to the East Coast, so I need a Chine Sung practitioner. So the last one of the 10 things that would cheer you up is from your shoulders to your top of your head. So hats, your face, facials, hair. I am due for a haircut. So I'm getting a haircut one of these days with my local hair cutter. And so put that on the list. 10 things that would cheer you up.
I want one of those Brazilian blowouts so that my little old lady hairs will straighten out for a little while.
Okay, awesome. 10 things that would cheer you up for your head, your shoulder, this area. And just keep putting things down on the list.
Oh, they are, and the shoulder massages are the best. I wrote that down too, for sure.
Right on. Self-massage. I actually have some videos about self-massage and duo massage, because did I tell you I was a New York State licensed massage therapist? So that's one of the programs I offer is the holistic defrag program. So you learn how to do the protocol to yourself. Yes. So we could talk about that. So I hope you have some fun things down on your list and you're looking at this list now, finishing up or adding. If you have only 4 or 5 things, that's great. Like keep adding to this list. This is like a wonderful thing to dream about. Oh yeah. And once you do one thing, don't curse me out that I had you make this list, because watch how it cheers you up. That's what we love to smile about. It's like, oh, there's so many things on this list I got to do. But then watch how it cheers you up every time. And if you're feeling kind of bluesy and have the, not feeling so great, well, do one of the things on your cheer you up list, right? So all this to say, this kind of listing is similar to what would you want to cheer yourself up about in your artistry or in your business. If you wrote that down, my business, and my Gail Knott is on here. She's been my coach. I bet she's laughing. Look, she's been my business coach about my business, and I definitely have some things I need to cheer myself up about. And she's been so kind and supportive to me about my little steps. So if we could all now turn our attention to what would be 10 things that would cheer you up about your business. And it could be the simplest, littlest thing to bigger, bigger goals. What would cheer you up? Do you have some ideas that you're getting down? Just if you want to share in the chat, or if you want to share out loud, you can come off of mute and share with us. So I wrote down some things about standard operating procedures, so I can have better standard operating procedures, so I can do more of what I'm good at, which is speaking, versus things that I'm not so good at, like my own accounting and bookkeeping and my QuickBooks, so to speak. So at some point I need to get a bookkeeper. So I have more time to do what I love to do. What about you, Lisa? What did you get?
Well, mine is that my procrastination program, while it is out there, I still have some pieces to finish up. And so what would really cheer me up is it's completely done. I can fine tune it and tweak it, but it's working. I have, at least, let's say 20 sales per month. And it's just, the marketing's in place where people get notified of the quiz that I have. The quiz doesn't take as long as it is. Just another thing I need to work on is, now that the quiz is out there, fine tuning it so it takes less time. But just kind of like, I've been working on it for a year now, and that it's just all together and all done, and kind of it's working like a little machine. That's gonna make me super happy.
Good. Right on. Isn't that cool? So you figured out a hack for yourself to get through it. It sounds like.
A hack?
Like if you figured out something to get through something that wasn't so fun for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll feel like a grown-up business person when this is all working, when all the pieces, when I figured it all out, when I've gone from beginning to end, and I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through. And so once I've got that third all together, and it's been a tremendous exercise and a tremendous process. So I'm really happy I've done it. And now I just want to finish it out. And I feel like you were talking earlier about the creativity and being able to find solutions and all of that. I feel like having gone through creating this program, it's done that for me. I feel much more creative and I'm able to take more information in and process it better and more completely and make decisions differently than I have in the past. So it's been very helpful. Yeah.
More better. We like more better. More better, more better, more better, more better. So I see one of our participants on here has shared that they personally like when other people taste and smile at the things I sell them. It shows that they enjoy it. So
Love
that's
it.
cool. So it's like it's serving, it sounds like, for you, Ania. And, so yes, the things that we do, is it serving? Is it making a difference? And the gratification from seeing the results. I love the results when people come in, some of the products that I share, and it creates results. They're in love with their plants, or they're in love with the results of feeling better, more energy, et cetera, et cetera. So that's so exciting to create that energy because you took your steps and you put yourself out there and you were courageous and you were brave and you opened up your mouth and you shared with somebody about something you're excited about. Yeah. So okay, cool. So we did this exercise and you got these lists, and you got for your business, you got for the actual physical person of you, and for your physical space. There's something about this that's it's so spring cleaning, right? And then let's not forget your personal self. Like, what would be 10 things that would cheer you up about your as an individual, just put your business to the side as an individual. Because, from the mental health perspective, we could always be supporting ourselves, and our self-care is 100% needed. 10 things for yourself. And if it's already like listed elsewhere, okay, list it again. There's something about these lists that just, it helps to make it move forward. So in this work with Julia Cameron, in my work and her work, there's this thing called the morning pages, where you write and you write stream of consciousness 3 pages a day. And over time, like later on in the program of doing this work, you're supposed to look back on your morning pages and see what are the themes, what actually happened. And if you really do this in a 12-week process or a 12-year process, I mean, some people take a long, long time to do the artist way. But there's interesting things that go down by writing about it and listing things. There's an interesting energy that gets created. You see, I'm all like, I'm jacked up since the last time, since the beginning of this conversation, because it's exciting. What's gonna happen? What are you going to create? So 10 things for your own self. What are you thinking will cheer you up? And if you want to share anything that is coming up for you, please put it in the chat or come off of mute. And for me, I want more meals with friends, walks, in-person dancing, connection, always more swimming. I'm a dolphin. So when I got to do Crouching Tiger this last round in 2021, I realized that there was a swim opportunity that was nearby. So I became a swimmer on a swim team, and it was so much fun and changed my body and my energy. And so more swimming is always a good thing for me. But what is it for you? What kind of is like, oh, I'd love to go do that trapeze thing, or I'd love to fill in the blank. I'd love to, it would cheer you up. I would love to go on this cruise that 2 business coaches are having in November in Florida. And I'm striving to get to go. I would Ania says, I would say my resilience is something that cheers me up about myself. Awesome. My resilience. Yes.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So I hope that in playing with these lists, it inspires you to take a step, take another step. And okay, maybe it's going to take you, a week or a month or 6 months to do all these things on your list. And, if Gail maybe were coaching us, she would say, okay, pick the top 3 things and, do the what day, by when kind of thing. And that's great to do that. And you can also, put these, this may sound weird, but you could put these lists somewhere you can see them. Or, my healer woo-woo friends, they would say, put these lists under your bed and dream about it. So whether you're into woo-woo or whether you're into more concrete, by when, how many, by when, you can do a little bit of both. It's okay. I do want, before we close out, to invite people to a couple of things that are happening in my zip code. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, 3 things. Thing 1 is every Wednesday at noon Pacific, I host a dance on my Zoom.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so I have to figure out a better way for people to sign up for that. But basically, reach out to me. I'll give you my scheduler so people can say hi and chat with me and connect. So that's thing 1. Every Wednesday, noon Pacific, there's a dance on my Zoom. It is DJ'd by a friend of mine in Texas. She puts together these beautiful playlists that she shares in the Zoom. And then we move and shake it out, and you can have your camera on or off, and it's very relaxed. And we have a little closing circle at the end if you're still on at the end. So that's thing 1. Thing 2 is May 20th. It's a Saturday. I'm part of a event that's happening near me by Lake Merritt. It's called the Vitality Soul 1-year celebration. So I'll be there with a bunch of other cool health professionals showing off our stuff, yes, you're so welcome to come. You can actually Google Vitality Soul 1 year celebration, something like that. I'll give all these links to Miss Lisa so she'll have it. And then the third thing is I am one of the presenters at Woo Woo in the redwoods.com. So that's coming up May 28th, and Woo Woo in the redwoods.com. Okay.
How fun is that?
So that is a whole day of goodness in the redwoods it's called the Canyon Grove or something nearby here. And
Oh, I love it.
all these different health professionals will be giving a little bit of their medicine, their healing. I'll be also having some of the things at the marketplace that I love to share. People can go away with little seeds to seedlings if they so desire for the little plants. And we know some colleagues that will be there that will be doing some great things. So that's what I have cooking up. And it's so fun to come on here, and hopefully you're all activated and excited from what we just did. And I love to hear how it went for you. And I'll also share my my Facebook page that has a way you can chat with me easily. And it's always fun to connect. So just reach out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, and I just want to say one thing, which is to invite everyone to my masterclass next month on June 9th. And it's going to be called From Approval Seeker to Self-Assured, Overcoming People Pleasing. I know that people pleasing is something that we women especially tend to do. And so that's going to be the topic of my masterclass next month. And Erika, thank you so much. Keep doing I know you're putting your links in there, but I'm going to spend this time just thanking you so much for being my first special guest in
I'm
my
really your first. What?
You
No
are.
way.
Yeah. And so this is wonderful. I so appreciate it. I appreciate having someone who's so surrounded in in artistry and artists and being an artist, even though you're not necessarily a visual artist, but you just exude creativity and artistry and I love the idea of incorporating that into a business, because I do tend to be very head-based, very much get stuff done, get stuff done. But I can truly see how activating your creativity and accessing those parts of you can make your business more fun, but also more successful and more, especially because every business is unique to that person. And that's what draws people in, is how, when it's unique, the uniqueness of who you are is what brings people in. Because there's, like, Gail's a business coach, I'm a business coach. There are so many business coaches out there. And yet it depends on who you are and what you offer, and how people resonate and connect with you in who you are. And so activating that creative part of yourself just makes you even more resonant, I think, for people to find you. Kind of like the what's it called in the sea when you're on the cliffs, lighthouse. Just like you're a lighthouse for your people, you become a lighthouse for people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you, Lisa, and your work. That when you came on The Ripple Effect with David Kirsten and I, that blip, I've shared that with many of my clients, the one about moving through procrastination. And, so I bet your community already knows about it, but it was really powerful. And that video, I hope you use it and share it, because it was so easy to get to play with you in that way. So I hope everybody reaches out to you to get EFT tapping and more.
Thank you so much, Erika. And I'm gonna look into that woo woo, especially in the redwoods thing, because the 20th I have a birthday, blah blah blah, but the 28th I'm gonna hopefully be there.
Oh yeah, come over and enjoy a day in the woods with all these awesome people. You could check out the website. And yeah, thanks for letting people know about this. Yes.
So Gail and Anita and everyone else who's joined us, thank you so much. And we're done for today. Thank you. Okay.